future celebrities, we are going to add a J button into our program over here. So let's get started doing some of the same exact stuff that we did before. However, there's a couple extra steps. So we are going to add our button. And the best way to do that is going to be, what did we name our button? Enter, because that's what we want to have on our button. So we are going to say that enter is equal to new J button. And then that takes an argument of what you actually want the button to say. So I'm going to throw on here enter in all caps. And we want our button to say that. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to set bounds. So we'll do enter.setBounds. And we want to put this once again below over here, but we want it to be like centered underneath our text field. So we are going to set this lower. So we'll put this at 2, or we want it centered, so we're going to do 250, so it's a little bit further over. We want it below both of those, so I'm going to put it, our lower one is at 200, with the text then going down at 230. We'll put this at 300. And then we can set the size and shape. So we'll make it smaller, we'll make it 100, and then we'll still make it 30 for the size of the button. So that makes it very clickable. You can click inside. Now, this is where it gets a little bit different. We're going to need to add our action listener to here because we want to have our action listener watching whether or not we click this button. So we are going to add it to the enter. So we're going to enter, add action listener. And remember, we're going to pass this through our action listener. So we're saying, hey, look at this. And then we are just going to add our enter button. Now, this is not all that we need, because when we compile this and we go over here and we click this, when we get this window over here, we've got enter your name, and we'll say hello. I can click this button, but nothing is happening to this button. Notice that it's nice rounded too. It gives us nice blue glow when you click on it. That all comes built in. That's quality. That's quality. Thank you, Java. So we need to actually add stuff into our action performed over here to have something happen. So we are going to say if, because we don't want this to happen right away, our e.getSource. So this is a new little command here, or a new function. If that is equal to enter. So if our source is equal to enter, we are going to change a couple things. So this is basically saying that if our program reads that the button enter has been hit, we are going to do something. So we are going to take, if you remember, we have our entered name right here is a string. And we want to actually set this as a blank string off the bat. So our entered name right now is equal to nothing. So we are going to change that. So we're going to say entered name is now going to be equal to name, because this is our other variable that we had, jfield enter name, name dot get text. So it's going to empty our text field, it's going to take all that text, and then we can produce it somewhere. Now, we don't want to we could do it and have it draw the string up here with the name, but I'm going to show you another cool technique because while we're here, why not? So we have something called this J option pane. And the J option pane basically it's a pop-up. Once again, we're going to see that there's a lot of different ways that we can do pop-ups. And this right here will it will trigger when our button is pressed, because we have if entered, we are going to have this J option pane pop up. So we are going to hit dot show message dialog, And inside of here, it takes a couple parameters. The first one, we're gonna say null. It's looking for a layout. We don't actually want to put it as a layout inside of something else, so we're just going to throw it in there. And then we are going to throw in our hello, and we are going to message this dialog with our entered name, which we have just stored into our button. So entered name. Oop. Entered name. And then we can close that up right there. And now there's another thing that we need to have, and that is going to be that we want to be able to close that window and end our program. So we're going to do system exit, and then we can close that up. And there we go. That looks nice. That looks really nice. I am going to compile that, and then I can compile this. And now, when I run this, I get this pane over here. We've got enter your name. We've got the text field. Let's see if this works. Let's throw in our name as, we'll go with, Max. Enter your name, Max. It popped up over on the other window, but we got it. Hello, Max. Hello, Max. Perfect. Notice that this little box already has a message. We've got icons. We've got a button over here. It says OK, and we exit. That show exit 0, that's going to give us our exit to actually close out of our window. So the reason that I did put this paint component in there, and it's really, you don't really need it, it was just to add a colorful background if you wanted to add a colorful background. But I like that, so I would, and I'm just gonna copy and paste over a colorful background that I have already done when I tested this program earlier. Graphics G, so this will just be a yellow background. So now when I compile this and I run my main, I get a yellow background to enter name. When I hit enter, I get my nice message. But yep, that is it. Thank you for watching. That was your over-engineered Hello World function. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.